hunger.
What in the world are you guys doing?
Trying to conjure a portal.
Oh, you guys forgot your sling rings.
Oh,
You don't need a sling ring to do this.
Yeah, you do.
it helps. It helps with stuff.
Only to get trapped. Only not to get trapped.
It'd still be a good idea
You
to
don't
have
have to
one.
have a sling ring to do that.
Anyway, people don't know what the hell we're talking about, probably. So,
Doctor Strange was a really, really good movie, and it'll have you leaving the theaters doing this crap.
I thought I was the only one because, I mean, we went and saw it, and then we went, like, I was hungry through the whole movie, but, like, I didn't think about it once. I was starving.
that is a testament to
Right.
how good the movie was.
Right.
Definitely.
And then as soon as the movie was over, I thought two things. I want to see this again immediately. I want to see it again in 3D because we saw it in 2D.
Oh, yeah.
And it
Saw
looked
in
really
3D.
good. Yeah, was it good in 3D? See, that's everyone's like, go see it in 3D.
Yeah, yeah. This is definitely so many movies in the last how many years have been like, oh, well, 3D, and then it's like, hey, that was a great movie, but I don't really know why it was in 3D apart from 2 or 3 scenes. This was good because it wasn't a lot of like, hey, this thing looks like it's right in front of me or jump stuff. It was just it made all the crazy effects just look so much cooler than
Yeah.
they would have.
This movie was definitely one of the special effects things to watch this year.
It was very special effects driven, but still had a good story.
If you want to have that quote for the movie
Yeah.
box, one of the special effects things for the year.
Yeah, that's
a
fine.
perfect quote.
Yeah,
Tom.
but it still had a good story. So many times we see movies with, hey, that was all special effects, but when you step back, the story was crap. But this was a great story.
It was so much unlike anything else
Yeah.
that we'd seen. Now, when it comes to here's a character that is cocky and arrogant, and then he gets brought down, and then builds himself back up, and now he's a hero. Same thing as Iron Man, honestly.
Oh yeah, he's very comparable
but
characters.
but it was a very different movie in saying that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Like almost every superhero movie is like that, though. Cocky, get brought down, build myself better, and now I'm a hero. Reluctantly. The second thing I thought of was I need food. Was getting back to that story. And so we were in the line at Hardee's to get food, and I started doing that to try to get the truck in front of us to just go to Alaska or something. Like, I don't care where they live. They can put them in that desert like that one sorceress went to and never lived again. But yeah, pretty funny that as soon as I saw you today, you walked up and you started doing that too. I told Savannah, I was like, I want to be a conjurer now too, and just do all these things and be able to create shields and just live that life differently. The movie made me feel like that anyways. It made me feel like, oh man, this world would be so cool to live in, or these powers would be cool to
It'd be absolutely terrifying to live in that
yeah, it
world.
would
I
be
don't know.
terrifying, but it would. Yeah, it's different. Like so many.
It does capture your imagination.
Yeah, and I've
Yeah.
never been a big like sorcerer magician thing. That's never been something that's been huge that I've ever been
Yeah.
into. You know, it's oh, there's been a couple movies where I was like, hey, that's a great movie, but it's never captured me like this did. This was a different spin on it, and it worked for me. And hitting all the points, the story was great. The visually was awesome, and the acting. I mean, you cannot
Oh,
go
it's
wrong
spot on.
with Benedict Cumberbatch. He's one of the best actors of our time, and
What
that's
was-
not just my opinion. That's a common opinion.
The
He's great.
actress that was his love interest.
Rachel McAdams.
I hate her in everything, ever. Hate Rachel McAdams. I didn't mind her in this.
She was honestly.
It makes me scared to say
Honestly,
that.
I was thinking about that. She was a very expendable character in the sense of it left me thinking, why did they pay extra money for Rachel McAdams when they
Yeah.
could have put anybody in that role? But you know, you got to have the
There'll be
name,
more of her
so,
later, for sure.
Yeah, and so
Same thing when they got Natalie Portman.
yeah,
Yeah.
really same idea.
Jane Foster.
Yep.
But
I will say, and this no spoilers from us because this just came out, and I want you guys to go see it. I will say this is one of the I don't know if it's the best, but like one of my top most memorable way of like defeating the bad guy in the movie. This is my favorite, like one of my favorite things that's ever done in a movie to defeat the bad guy. I don't want to get into it more than that, but the resolution to the antagonist was
It has
awesome
a lot
in this.
to say the difference between, say, Iron Man or the Hulk or even Captain America and Doctor Strange was that his resolution was to use his brains.
Yeah.
You know, instead of Brawn. So it is cool to see something different like that.
Definitely. What would you
You want a rating?
What would you rate?
I don't have any negatives, honestly, to put onto this, but I still can't give it a perfect score because I don't think it gets perfect. I think there's just because I want 2 to get my 5 out of 5.
Hopefully they don't go the Iron Man 2 away. And
Right,
Yeah.
right.
the bad movie
right.
instead.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give it. I should be giving it a 5 just because how much I loved it, but I'm gonna go 4.5. We'll just a solid 4.5
We're going out
out
of
of 5. Yeah.
Out of 5, I think I would agree with 4.5. I can't think of any specific negative moments myself, but it was maybe they didn't have that
I thought
something to push it over for me, so I would give it 4.
Did it feel short to you guys?
It was short compared to a lot
But it
of
was
stuff
only
we've
2
seen.
hours. It was 2 hours long.
2 hours and 15
but
I think
minutes.
that's why I don't give it a 5. Is because I'm like, it could have been longer and it could have still been good, but it was still 2 hours. So maybe it is a 5.
I didn't have a issue with the time at all. It felt quick compared to so many movies I've seen lately.
having fun watching.
Yeah, and
I had a lot of fun.
when everybody's been going 3.5 hours lately with movies, and then you have one that I felt the same with Guardians. Guardians was shorter than a lot of movies, and it was like it kept me the whole time.
Yet it was
you know?
2 like
It was still
2
2 hours also like this, but same thing. It just didn't have a moment of me flatlining at
Right.
all, you know? And so I would put it in my top 3 to 5 Marvel movies so far. I definitely think it should be on the Nerd Buffet end of the year movie
Yeah,
list,
it'll be
so.
there. Yeah.
For sure this year.
But yeah, there were maybe not knowing because nothing that didn't happen, but it was like maybe one spectacular thing away from me giving it a 5 out of 5. I think I'd have to be fair to see it. To be fair, I'd have to see it again to give it a better rating. But
What did I give Suicide Squad?
I
don't recall.
don't recall.
But
Whatever I gave Suicide Squad, this at least gets a half step higher. So if I gave it a 5 or a
That's fair.
4.5, then it gets because I think it was the best superhero movie to come out this year. Now
it was most
Now that I've
definitely
seen it.
better than Suicide Squad.
I think it's comparable to Guardians in the sense of I think a lot of people were like, "What this isn't?
yeah,
what is
I don't
this?
know what this is.
This
This
isn't."
isn't a-
And then it's gonna. I'll be surprised if it doesn't blow people away within the next week. Like this was opening weekend for it, but like
it'll get the word of mouth like
yeah,
Guardians did.
yeah,
I'm sure.
I definitely think so.
To make the math easy, I was thinking 4.5 too. So
Okay.
Nerd Buffet, 4.5 stars. Stay after the credits. It's Marvel film. Stay after all the credits.
There's a mid credit and a post credit scene.
Yeah,
You'll want to see both of them.
I feel that we shouldn't have to say that at this point with Marvel
Yeah,
films,
yeah.
but it's something
agree.
that people still like. What? There's things.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, after this, there's gonna be other movies that we want to go see after this one. I'm gonna go see it again probably late tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. I'm gonna go see it again this weekend before I have to go back to and dread work.
It's definitely
live in
gonna,
that fantasy world one more time.
It's definitely going to be a buy when it comes out for me.
Yes,
Like,
absolutely
for sure.
But I am thinking because I was going to say, the next thing I really have to look forward to is in December we have Star Wars coming up. But I do want to go see Hacksaw Ridge. So I did mention that before. Mel Gibson film. The movie. I don't know. When I first saw it, I was like, the story is this kid goes into fight in World War II
Spider-Man.
without a gun. Yeah, James.
Yeah, yep.
Or Garfield.
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, and
something like
Why
that.
did I say James?
I couldn't tell you what you said.
So So he goes into World War II, but doesn't ever want to touch a gun ever, which I don't understand. But whatever, it's a true story.
Why join the?
I
army?
think
He wants to go save people. He has
He wants
like
to be like a medic.
yeah.
Well, I don't know what it. Maybe you'd have to see the movie. No, but was it like he was somehow because there was a lot of drafts back then. There's a lot of people that had to.
Yeah, maybe.
So he maybe was drafted, or he wanted to be a medic. But
So I didn't want to
yeah.
see it because of that. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be another one of those stupid pro gun control lobby movies. Like, I want to
I
see
didn't
it.
have that thought.
But no, I thought that's what it was because I'm like, with 2016, it makes sense that everyone's gonna try to get this whole myth of gun control passed. But then the Saving White Knight came down, and I saw the name directed by Mel Gibson. And I was like, just all those premonitions that I had about the movie, I was like, whoop, see ya, bye. Best movie. Gonna have to go see it. So,
Passion was good.
Braveheart was fantastic.
Did he direct Braveheart?
He directed
I didn't know
Braveheart.
I didn't know that.
Apocalyptic
He also
Co.
that was amazing
was
movie.
for me.
Yeah,
What?
I am agreeing with Tommy on that.
Are you
one.
kidding me?
Yeah,
For me.
yeah, I agree with you.
It wasn't
Re-
bad, but it was.
Rewatch.
It's not horribly memorable for
I'm
me.
going to challenge you with a rewatch on that one, and try to give it a second chance.
No, when I first saw the advertisement for Hacksaw Ridge, it was before Magnificent Seven. I almost said Fantastic Seven for some reason. Anyway, Magnificent
Right.
Seven, and all the maybe it was just a theater I was at, but all the previews before the movie were like war movies, and I was like, what is it around Oscar season or the before Oscar season where it's all these war movies? You see that every so often, and like the year Fury came out, I felt like there was all these war movies, and Fury was the one that was the best.
Fury was good.
A lot of people are feeling patriotic around this time of year, though, with 9/11 and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
war movies kind of make sense to come out at this time.
Veterans Day.
Yeah, but anyway, there was some other ones, and they all kind of sort of jumbled together, and I was excited to see Fantastic. I did it again, Magnificent Seven. I don't know what that is, but
You
anyway,
had Marvel stuck in your head.
yeah, I think so. Anyway, Magnificent Seven. I was excited to see that movie, and so I was kind of like, usually I'm a credits person, or you know, but I was like, let's just get to the movie. And this one did stick out to me when I saw it. Out of all these, war movies that they were advertising, this one stuck out, and I was like, that's interesting. A guy who's in the trenches, essentially, in the like brutality of war. And he's just running around trying to save people, and he's just, I'm not going to carry a gun because that's against my personal beliefs. I will not kill somebody, but I'm going to save all these people. And is it loosely based on a true story?
I have no clue. I know it's based on a true story, but I have no clue about any of the other things besides what we've talked about. I do know Hugo Weaving is in it, and
He wasn't even in the trailer.
Red Skull?
Yeah,
And as Red Skull?
no,
World War II.
he's the drunk dad, and from what I hear, he's like just magnificent to see back in a movie because it's something that we hadn't seen him do before.
Vince Vaughn's in it too.
Yes, Vince Vaughn is like a drill sergeant.
Yeah,
and
he's
again,
like a
people
dick.
are saying Vince Vaughn usually like critics and people like
He's a
normal
comedian.
people hate him,
Yeah.
But they're like Vince Vaughn like is a person to be in a movie.
He hasn't been in a good movie in a while.
No.
Yeah.
But
So hopefully I go see that. I don't want to spend too much more time on it until we see it because
it could be good.
until now it's
I think
just
it'll be good.
like empty speculation. We could go see it right now, and we're just talking about it instead. Why?
Let's get the hell out of here.
Let's go see it.